Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves for the Sony PlayStation 2. In the last episode, we completed episode 1, Octavio has been arrested, the black water has been made pure, and Murray is back in the fold. Which means we now have a new episode to start working on. Episode 2, Rumble Down Under. Of course, with the new episode to start means we get a new introductory cutscene, which starts as soon as I select Start Episode.
At first, it seemed just like old times. The gang was back in action. But little by little, we learned that Murray's heart just wasn't in it. Without the Guru's permission to give up on his Dreamtime training, he'd never really feel comfortable returning to the gang. We knew we needed to help him out. So, we packed up our things, whipped up some quick disguises, and headed for the Australian outback. Along the way, Murray told us story after story about his teacher's amazing abilities. Apparently, this guru of his was capable of fantastic feats. He used the Dreamtime to blend perfectly into his surroundings, and even gain mental control over the weak-minded. If even half the stories were true, then this was a guy I just had to meet. Our gang needed to grow its ranks for a chance to get inside the Cooper Vault. And this guru, this Outback mystic, was looking like the best recruit we could have ever asked for. However, when we finally arrived in the Outback, it was a shock to find that things had changed. And the guru was nowhere to be seen.
And now that we have that cutscene out of the way, we have new abilities to get and new enemies, new surroundings, a lot of new things. Also, 8:14 p.m., that is rather early for a heist, but there aren't really a lot of... There really isn't a lot of light here. There aren't a lot of torches here. Before we get into the hideout, though, and start the episode, we get Hazard Room stuff for Murray, which I'm going to go ahead and do. Of course, once I get this done, I'll be kicked back to the main menu. But at this point, I might as well do it anyway. And much like how Sly has the blue switch and Bentley has the green switch, Murray has the purple one. We flip this one, we get to learn how to do things with Murray.
Alright, Murray, time to brush up on your power moves. The first one is throwing stuff.
Pluck it and chuck it. That's me.
To pick something up, just get close and hit the circle button. To throw, just face your target and press the square button.
Circle, square, ain't hardly fair. Looks like I've got plenty of rocks to throw with.
Try breaking all those pillars.
Can do.
So this is simple enough. We press circle to do the stomp, which allows us to kick up a rock and then pick it up. And then we can just face the pillars, press square, and we'll automatically throw the rock at the pillar.
Nice job. You can also pick up guards when they're knocked out.
Great. I knocked the small guys out with one punch.
You might have to be a little more subtle with the big flashlight guards. They're pretty tough. Sneak up behind this guy and sucker punch him while he's not looking. Then pick him up and throw him at the pillar.
Gotcha. Sneak up, sucker punch, grab, throw, destroy. Kid stuff.
Let's see what you got.
And with Murray, you still have the same punches as before. You have the same uppercut. You have the same horizontal punches with square and the same uppercut with triangle. All you have to do is just hit this guy from behind, knock him out. When he has little stars over his head, you can press circle to stomp, and then you can throw him with square, much like you did the rocks.
An easy way to knock out guards is to throw something at them.
Ah, the old rock to the head routine.
Yep, throw a rock at that guard to knock him out, then pick him up and throw him at that pillar.
Can do, little brother.
And you will want to stay away from the flashlight, or else you will fail this and have to do this all over again. You just throw the rock, much like you did at the
Grab
pillars.
him while he's out.
Then get to him before he comes to, stomp him, throw him at the pillar.
Well done. Okay, what's different about this next guy?
He's got a ton of cash in his back pocket. Chump. He's just asking, begging me to rob him.
That's right. You may not have the agility or technology to pick his pocket, but you can use your strength to mug him quite thoroughly.
Oh yeah. I just knock him flat, then pick him up.
Once you've got him above your head, press the circle button to shake loose any coins he has and collect the goods. Keep at it until he's empty.
The Murray will give this high roller a shakedown he'll never forget.
So much like how you can now steal with Bentley, you can now steal with Murray. You have to knock him out and stomp him to get him up over your head as before. Okay, apparently I have to do more than uppercut to knock him out. I do have to do the square punches. Uppercut ain't gonna do it anymore. Once we have him up over our head, we can press circle to shake the coins out of him. For best results, you want to be close to a wall, or at least make it so that the coins that fly out when you shake them with the circle button are able to hit a wall. You don't want to be in an open area because you will be traveling to get the coins, and that can lead to trouble if you don't know what's going on around you. And of course, you can get stuff like silver rings out of enemies, much like you did with what Bentley used to steal stuff from enemies. And we don't have anything to throw this guy at, so let's just throw him.
Okay, Murray, the Juggle Grab is one of your most powerful moves. You ready?
Born ready.
When facing off against smaller opponents, you can knock them into the air with your triangle button uppercut, and then grab them before they hit the ground by pressing the circle button.
Okay. Let me see if I've got it. Hit them with my triangle button uppercut, then yank them out of the air by pressing the circle button. That right?
You got it. For this test, you'll have to pull it off 3 times and throw the guards at that pillar over there. Don't waste your time trying to fight them. Just focus on the technique.
Bring on the pain.
And much like in Slide 2, you can uppercut enemies into the air and then pick them up with circle before they hit the ground. You don't necessarily need to be behind them, but it helps. And from here, we can just throw these guys at the pillars. I love how we still have the Episode 1 enemies to do this with. Even though we won't be seeing these guys anymore. And if you're wondering how these guys are showing up, it's the usual metal claw system that we've seen in Hazard Room lessons from the past.
Excellent work. Another handy move is your thunder flop.
Oh yeah! Terror from above!
Just jump and press the square button to break this ground plate a few times.
And now for another classic from the second game that I didn't really get to use all that often. The Thunder Flop. Just jump into the air, press square,
I gotta hand it to you, Murray. You're ready to take on the world.
and you're done. And I believe that's the last of the Hazard Room things.
We're done in here. Head outside and crack some skulls.
And with that, I think that's the last of the Hazard Room stuff, though I may be surprised at least once before this episode is over. For now, let us go ahead, leave the Hazard Room, and then go back to the main menu and select Episode 2 again, because this is apparently how the game wants to do things. Let's go ahead and continue the episode. So we've got Murray's abilities down pat. They're much like they were in the second game. You can steal stuff from enemies now, which is the big difference. And I'm pretty sure that there will be some other things that Murray can do in this game that he could not do in the second. Speaking of abilities, we now have one for Murray this time. Gadgets for this particular part of Episode 2, we have the Health Extractor, which was from Episode 4 of the second game. You capture guards and you extract medicine from them. You basically turn them into health power-ups. There's a Berserker Charge, which is that run move that Murray had in the second game. And a brand new one for Sly Cooper that wasn't in the second game at all because, well, just because of how the triangle button works in this game. Spin attack level 2. You can now charge up the spin attack further by pressing triangle a second time and do a more powerful spin attack on the level 2 charge with square. I will buy this, I will show this off, and I will need 900 coins to buy everything for this part of the episode. Shouldn't be too hard though. So, we can only play as Sly for now.
The miners have really tore this place up looking for opals. Watch your step, they're sure to get rough defending their claim.
And because of that, we're going to have to do the one mission that is here in order to unlock everyone else and start the next part of the mission. So, triangle button. Level 1, level 2. You have a longer, stronger spin attack. Yellow glow, blue glow. Also, there is dynamite dropping from down there. I don't know why the game's camera decided to just do that to me, but you do want to watch out for random falling dynamite while you're doing things. Anyway, let us look around for gold and collectibles. Does this guy have anything? Yes, he does. But I want to loop around here first and take care of a few things, and also show some things off. There are some things you can whack for gold. These barrels are not among them. They explode when you hit them. Don't do it. Also, I could have sworn this guy had some treasure in his pocket, but I guess not. Not well. Shows how much I know. But you can break these for gold. You can break the wooden barrels for gold. Just don't break the metal barrels because the game will make you pay for it. And this guy has something that I would like. You just want to watch out because, well, he does bounce around a little bit. And did this guy even see me? He didn't. And I could have sworn that this guy... Yeah, he didn't see me. I was that close to it, though. Does this guy have anything? No, but I'll just go ahead and take the coins anyway because I'm going to need them nevertheless. And you get to go into the green goop that is in there that I don't want to land in. Also, this is a trampoline. Also, the camera decided to get away from me for a second. But you do need to go here for the one mission that we have to do to get the rest of this episode on the ball.
My master spends most of his time up there in that cave, overlooking the valley and contemplating the depths of deepness. I really appreciate you breaking the news to him that I want to break off my training.
No problem, pal. I'm looking forward to meeting him. Anybody you call master must be a heck of a guy.
Oh, he's awesome. He'll get inside your head and freak you out 6 ways from Sunday.
Awesome.
And we will have to meet with the guru to break off Murray's training, at least temporarily. We are going to need him to get into the Cooper Vault after all. So now that we have some new guards, we can instantly go back here and get the coins. We can get the money. And these guys can see me, but they can't see me now. One of these two has and he can see me now. I have to say, one of these two guys has the sparkly pocket, and that guy is it. I do want to get up close to him, but I want to do it from above first. That way he won't take me by surprise when I do this. Get what's over here, which is a silver ring. Not bad. And if you know what you're doing, and you know where you're going, you can very easily respawn the guards that you just got rid of. And you're here. Wonderful. As I was saying, if you know where you're doing and you know where you're going, you can easily respawn the enemies that you just got rid of. All you have to do is just go a certain distance away, and they'll just come back once you just go back to that area. Which makes it really easy to get some gold at times. In case gold is what you're looking for. Any of those big ticket items and the sparkly pockets that we've been seeing on some of the flashlight enemies. And that will definitely get us to the quota that I want for this part. So anything else I more or less get at this point is going to be surplus. And there is the other minor enemy, the guy with the whip. And what do you know? He has something that I would like. It's probably going to be bronze or silver, but I'll still take it. If I can get to it. Oh, he had a gold ring. So you can get these off minor enemies. You can get these off of guys of the non-flashlight variety. Anyway, we are now at more than enough coinage for what I need for the rest of the abilities I can get at this time. So it's now time to use L3 to get over here. Let's try not to fall into the goop. And we need to jump towards where we need to go, which is right there. I am going to run directly behind this guy. And I can't strike that. This guy, however, has a sparkly pocket. I'm getting a lot of guys with sparkly pockets today. Well, tonight, actually. How did I get away with doing that? I was doing this pocket swipe thing, and he was definitely facing me and about ready to swing at me, and I still got it. Anyway, we need to go back to the safe house if we want to get back to where we need to be. Nope. I'd rather not be seen in any capacity. Really? We're going to do this? Well, anyway. Neither of these guys have the sparkly pocket. And he's going to leave me alone. So I can just get the coins that way. I keep saying that I'm going to leave guards alone, and yet I still go for things. Also, while we can't climb on the wire leading up to the top of the safe house, we can go up here. And this is where I want to be. And I'd rather he not be in the way in any way whatsoever. So let's see here. We need to take the hooks. When Sly is swinging forward, that's when you can jump. Remember that you can keep moving the left analog stick or D-pad up and down. And if you can get the pattern, you'll be able to swing back and forth more and more until you get the proper strength that you need for this.
Sorry, pal. This cave's empty. Got any other ideas where he might be?
Well, that's his hut. But he doesn't really hang out there on account of the smell.
The smell?
It's a long story. I had to apologize up and down for like a month before he'd speak to me again.
What did you do?
The unspeakable, Sly. The unspeakable.
Well, thanks for speaking of it. I'm headed for the hut.
And I love how Sly is just like, okay, I'll just leave it at that. What I don't like is the camera doing this after you do the thing with the Binocucom cutscene. Like, really, do you have to horn in on me just this close and just right on the back of me like this? Also, you have coinage. Silver ring, I'll take it. Alright. Let's get out of here before anything bad happens. Where do we need to go now? Okay. We can jump on this. This will act as a little trampoline of sorts, and we can just get over to here. Hello. Do you have anything? I don't think you do. You have coins, but that's about it. You have the sparkly pocket. And at this point, I want to get all the things that I possibly can. I am now 200 over what I wanted to be at. Not that I can really complain. Now, what about this guy? Oh, he decided to be smart and get away from me. It's just as well he didn't have the sparkly pocket. Neither does this guy, but I'll just go ahead and take what he has anyway. Even though it's not going to be much. I might as well just go ahead and get him out of the way anyway.
This place is packed with wall hooks. The miners must use them to haul up their drills. Looks like you're going to get some rock climbing practice.
And thankfully, we learned how to use these things in the hazard room. Just hold down, jump, double jump if you need to, and then get to where you need to go. And we are already at the hut, which is kind of messed up.
Sorry, Murray. Nobody's home. And by the looks of it, I'd say the guru is fighting someone or something off here. I'm starting to think the miners might have got to him.
You might be right. They'd come in and be all angry and yelling, and he'd be all peaceful, and they'd just get ticked. Then he'd try to find a middle way, and they'd just go crazy and smash everything up, and then haul him off.
Where do you think they might have taken him?
They got him! My master's a goner!
Maybe we should get Bentley on the line.
It's tough to say, but given the layout of the miners' camp, I'd venture a guess that they use that area with a high fence as a makeshift stockade.
Looks like there might be a way up using that cliff below. Shouldn't be a problem.
Just keep an eye out for that gyrocopter. I'm positive it's what gave away the guru's position.
Good tip. Thanks, pal.
Thankfully, the gyrocopter isn't going to be much of a problem, though it may be later on. Anyway, we need to get over to there. And this guy has a sparkly pocket. Bronze ring, not worth much, but I'll take it anyway. And we need to get over this before we get sliced and diced by the saw there. This guy is not going to turn around, is he? He is not. Well, it's not like I didn't expect to fight him anyway. But we do want to get to these things.
These miners have no respect for the Aboriginal sacred sites. They're drilling into everything. Ayers Rock, Kings Canyon, Wave Rock. The cultural insensitivity is sickening.
And now to be careful on the hooks. Great. We're pretty much there.
You must be the guru. I'm a good friend of Murray's. He's come asking to be released from his training. Sure, I'll just bust you out of here and we'll go talk to him. You seriously won't leave without your gear? Yeah, I can see that the miners have really done a number on your land here. As for your walking staff and moonstone, me and my gang have a real talent for stealing back things that were wrongfully taken.
And now it's time for a cutscene.
The guru won't leave the stockade until he has his walking staff and his moonstone. He also insists that we purify Ayers Rock of all miners. Only then will the Dreamtime spirits be appeased, and the guru will be free to use his powers. Sly must have impressed him in their conversation, because now he is requesting that Murray and I meet with him individually. Something about judging our spiritual centers. I've discovered a passage through one of the miners' caves that should make getting up to the guru less difficult. He also mentioned that the miners had foolishly unearthed the Mask of Dark Earth. I guess it was his job to guard the thing, and now that it's out, bad things are sure to follow. Sounds like mumbo-jumbo to me, but we've encountered some unexplainable phenomena over the years, so I'm not gonna rule it out as a threat to our operation.
And now that we've found the guru, we can now start on the second leg of the episode. And we can now play as Bentley and Murray. However, I've been playing for almost 30 minutes at this point, so I'm just going to go ahead and save my progress now. And save the good stuff for the next video. Just waiting on this game to save. Join me next time where we take on some more jobs in episode 2. This time with all 3 of the playable characters. The gang's back. Time to get to work. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!